Okay.
Today we're going to see if we can't get these eyes done. Now I just lightly penciled that in, so let me just go in again with this one more time. We'll make this guy a little meaner than those other two over there. Now the way I do eyes is, first what I do is draw the socket, skull socket. If you do this, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Okay? And that's what we're going to relieve first. So we just cut down to that line. And again, we want to try to get this as clean as we can. The first time. Now, up here at the top, I go in kind of straight in, because I want that depth around those eyes. That shadow up there. Now down here I cut down to the line, and then I cut up to it. Like that. So there we have the ball within the eye socket right there. That's what you want right there. So we turn this around and we go from the other side again. For the bottom of the eyebrow, you want it nice and deep. And doing eyes this way, you're going to find that after you do it a couple times, it's really easy to do. And a lot of people have so much trouble with eyes. And it's just no more difficult than it is for the rest of the face. Okay, let's shave this one off. Get a little more rounded. So there, we've got his two planes for his eyes done. And I'm going to take a little break here and go buff up my knife a bit because it's kind of dull, and when you're working on these eyes, I want it to be super sharp. So we'll just take a break here. Okay, doing the eyes. So we've got our two platforms for the eyes done. Now we're going to start figuring out what to do with the eyes. And this will take a while. Not so much carving more drawn. Yep, don't like that. There, that's much better. You can see where he's going to be looking, can't you? I always get him looking towards the action. Now, if I had his cigarette on this side, it would pull your vision that way. So I'm going to put his cigarette over here, and that's where I want his eyes going, so everything's heading off in that direction. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. Right there at the junction, we're just going to cut straight across there like that. Don't have to be real deep. And then we're going to go up to it and take that chip out. Just like that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to follow that other line up to that. And take that chip out. And then we're going to go in there, take that little corner out. Get out of there. And then I'm going to take this and bring that up like that. Because I want the lower eyelid to go underneath the upper eyelid. And then over here on the edge, I'm going to take that out. And now I can cut this back. And I can give him a frown line right there where his upper eyelid ends. Get him another one. And then about halfway down between that line and there, I want to make another. Just like that. And I can thin this one down. Like that. And we got one eye done. Looks pretty good. We can go in here and thin that eye down just a little. It's best we try to get it flat. And you'll see why when we paint it. So that looks pretty good. So now we go over to the other side. Make sure that your eye levels, eyelids are the same. And again, you just cut straight across. And then cut up to the upper eyelid. Like that. This is why you want to have a real sharp tool when you're doing these fine details. Now we're just going to do like we did before. Pick out the corner. What I'm doing is I'm trying to make this eye same as the other eye. Still a bit thick. And we cut that corner out. Those pencil lines make it look like one's different than the other, but they're not really. Okay, we'll extend this right on out. Give him another one there. And again, halfway down. Chip out of here. And if you want to get real fancy, you can indicate an eyelash just by lightly taking a chip out. You have to be really careful. It's best to just, instead of pressing down, just slide your knife blade across. And do the same thing over here. Just gently slide it a little bit. Because that's so fragile there that if you press too hard, it's all going to collapse. See where I'm going there. There, looks pretty good. Turn this nose down just a little here. I think I'm just going to leave it about right there. Okay, so we've got our two eyes in. Let me just take a little more out of here. Just to give it a little more definition there. That looks pretty good. Alrighty, now on his hair. As you can see, I've kind of grooved it back here with the V-gouge. So I'm just going to kind of hope my friend out there in California who made me this knife notices how much I use this thing, because I've really grown to depend on it. It's just such a good knife. I'm not going to say who it is because everybody would be after him to make them knives, and I'm not sure he wants to do that. He was kind enough to make me one. Other than this thing here, I use this thing just about as much as that thing there. Alright, now I better go ahead and do this here. use a little curved gouge here and come up between those lines, which gives me just about all the hair detail that I need. You can see what I'm doing there, so I'm not going to spend that much time on that. And if I wanted to, I could take my little gouge and add a little texture up here. Not a lot, don't need a lot. I kind of aim my strokes with the flow of the eyebrow. Looks pretty good. So there, we've got the head finished now. Now what do we do? Well, now it's time to match him up with his helmet. Well, that don't look right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the saw and we're going to lop it off just about there, just to see what it looks like, okay? Okay, now I'm just going to kind of line this up as even as I think I can. I don't want to cut off his eyebrows. Now, see, that looks kind of slanted. Well, I'm not worried about that because sometimes that slant's going to work into my favor by giving the character just a little bit more attitude. Okay, so let's just go see what it looks like. Okay, so we just take this in there and we'll put him in there. Well, that looks pretty good. And I'm just about finished there, so, but I'm going to drop his head just a little bit lower. I mean, lower up, or higher up into the helmet, excuse me. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go over to my disc sander and sand this. Okay, over here at my disc sander, I'm going to sand that down. And again, I don't want to get down to the eyebrows, but I've got lots of room to play with back here between his ears, so let's go. Alright, let's go see what we've done. Okay, let's just take a quick look here. Just do a quick study here just to see what he looks like. Borrow this guy's cigarette. Put that in there. Helmet on. The line in there. Get around here behind my wife to see what it looks like. Well, that looks pretty good, I think. So we have to just match up his the hole that's already in this helmet with the new one we're going to drill on the hat, or head, excuse me, and we'll be in business. And we're going to do that in the next video.